Dr. Robotnik!
Yes!
Look!
What is it?
Dr. Robotnik!
Bean machine!
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Don't even get me started on Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This game is the bane of my existence. For a game based on the insanity that is Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, this is one of the most frustrating, mind-bending, ridiculously hard games I have ever played. How was anyone going to play this and beat it back in... What I'm trying to say is, I don't really like this game very much. This game makes me very mad. This game makes me want to grab these scissors and then jam it into them. But I'm a cheapskate, and I don't want to pay for another one of these. And so, in it goes back into the filing cabinet. I need a stress reliever. I need something to take my mind off of how ungodly that game is.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Alright, the graphics look good, the music's fitting, and the voice clips, they can definitely sound like a Kirby game. This feels like it's gonna be great. Oh no. Oh no!
It's just Mean Bean Machine. It's just a reskin version of Mean Bean Machine. No matter where I go, I can't even escape it. Nintendo and Sega were fierce rivals at the time. How did this happen?
First, a little history lesson. Neither of these games are what they seem. This is actually Puyo Puyo, a game created by Compile for the... whatever the hell the MSX is. In Puyo Puyo, you play as Arl Nadja, the lady in the front, having to defeat the Dark Prince to take over the world by... puzzles with these blobs called Poyos. No, I am not kidding. It's a more competitive puzzle game compared to, say, Dr. Mario or Tetris, because the story mode and everything's all about actually placing us against other players. Most notably, the chains. You have to out-chain opponents by basically setting up different puzzles all at once, so when you drop one, you'll get 5 others just by dropping one of them. Now, this in theory sounds really fun, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to do any of these chains. Sega decided to rebrand it as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, getting rid of all the original characters and replacing them with Sonic the Hedgehog characters. More specifically, from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Snooping as usual, I see.
I could write a book about how much I hate Mean Bean Machine, but that's for another day. For some reason, Compile wasn't done. They decided they wanted to make one for the Nintendo too. So for Nintendo, they changed it to Kirby's Avalanche, basing it off the Kirby series. Also known as Kirby's Ghost Trap of all things. Fucking British.
Alright. Well, if my Sonic review taught me anything, it's the fact that Nintendo games should be a lot easier to handle than a Sega game would. So as long as Kirby.exe doesn't come over to my house, I think I'll be fine.
We start up the game and...
What the hell, Kirby? He's an asshole. I kinda like him more.
In fact, it seems like everybody in Dreamland's pissed off today. Which makes sense. I'd be pissed off too if I was stuck playing Puyo Puyo.
That would have made Forgotten Land a hell of a lot different.
We start off with the first level, and it's a breeze, just like in the original game. At least they bothered to swap Carbuncle with Kirby on the bottom of the screen. Fortunately, the gameplay loop is so much better than it was in Robotnik's game. At least until Squishy keeps coming in and kicking my ass.
No, the real annoying thing about this is getting the footage for this thing.
to explain how stupid this is, so you go to the thing, you share it, send your smartphone, right? So, only this one, right? So, first, you gotta scan the QR code, which makes sense. Alright, we scan the QR code and we get the image. But no, you have to scan the QR code the first time with your smart device, and then you gotta send it again for another QR code, and then what happens is, the Switch creates its own Wi-Fi, right? Its own Wi-Fi that the Switch follows that your computer will connect to, which will give you one link to the file, right? And then you're supposed to download the file from your computer or phone or whatever, download it from there, and then get off the Wi-Fi, back to your old Wi-Fi, because the Switch's Wi-Fi is just the Switch where you get the photo. This is a huge waste of time, and all it could be was just click the photo you want, just click the one you want, and then press a button, and then send it to yourself.
Overall, it's a good adaptation. Like, sure, it's just a reskin of Puyo Puyo, but I mean, it was a fun time. There was an easier learning curve. It wasn't just using some random cartoon version that nobody from Japan even watched. It felt like how a Kirby puzzle game would be like.
This game? Shut up! No! Shut the fuck up! I love this game!